This is the first attempt at an electronic presentation of our spring parent meeting for track parents of 7th and 8th graders. Thank you for taking the time to listen. And we wanted to just briefly go through some things with you so to make sure everybody is aware of the season in general. We have some reminders as far as being connected in terms of remind. The text code is presented. The athletics website on the caneland.org Harder Middle School page, and a track and field Google Classroom code. These are all listed in the presentation and can be clearly added at any point as far as your communication. Sportsmanship, we've been fortunate enough to be recognized by IESA in each of the last 2 years. We take this very seriously, and our coaches stress us daily at practice. We just expect that our student athletes behave in an appropriate manner, regardless of whether someone is watching or not watching. Our goals for the track season are to, number one, give the students an opportunity to have fun and want to come back if they're a lower 6th or 7th grader. Obviously, the high school would appreciate consideration of joining their program, and the boys program is, I believe, at a time high for the last 5 years this year. So we think that we are doing some things well here at Harder Middle School because interest is being built and sustained as they advance through to Caneland High School's program. Our philosophy has never been one that we are out to win every dual meet or any competition. We just want the students to generally improve from day 1 to day 2 through the end of the season. If we could get a personal best at the end of the season, that would be awesome. But again, the emphasis is on working together, having fun, and just learning whatever there is to learn about the sport of track and field. Our schedule is very compact. I hope the winter weather has passed in such a way that we can actually get outside and have this and use the schedule that we have developed. Understand that any communication, again, as far as changes, will be upfront on all school social media as well as the athletics website. But generally, every day there is school, we have practice or a meet. The schedule does include some weekends as the season ends, but those are clearly outlined in communication with your son or daughter. Our conference is basically the same as in past. The main difference from like a volleyball or a basketball setting is that Batavia has one team only, Thompson only has one team. So really, in our situation, a 6-lane track, difficult to host a large team meet of any type, so we try and focus on dual meets. We are one team, and we really emphasize and encourage our student athletes to do their best at the meet, but also try and stay until the very end of the meet so that any other students can be encouraged and allowed to participate in a positive environment. Communication is one of the main points of this presentation. We need you to be upfront with the coaches as far as other obligations that your son or daughter has. And we also expect that you support any decision made by our coaches. We do ask that you wait 24 to 48 hours if you have any kind of a concern about something that happens at a specific meet. And if you do choose to push the envelope, as it were, we would basically remind you that our coaches have been told that they are not going to discuss any situation immediately after a meet, that a meeting will be set up between the athletic director and the coaches at a sufficient time period, 24 to 48 hours later. Knowledgeability is the same as it's been for many years, and that basically means 1F means you're ineligible. Ineligibility runs from Monday to Saturday. A student's notified that in a perfect world on the Friday before the week of events. So for the week of April 4th, for example, we have to go by a grade report that was published on March 22nd. Knight's Pledge, getting back to our stressing of sportsmanship and also following into and getting the students to lead into what the expectations are at Keeneland High School in the extracurricular program is something that we ask the students to sign and fill out in the preseason form documentation. School holiday practices is just basically saying that in a perfect world, your son or daughter are not going to be penalized if for some reason around the Easter season their practice is missed. Those practices that were directly related, especially on a non-school attendance day, would be optional and there should be no penalties in terms of playing time or events taken away. We also would like to remind you that if the fees have not been paid by April 4th, there is a possibility that participation in events would be restricted as well. $120 for 7th and 8th graders. It should be a fine or a fee that's coming up on Tyler. Students are expected to participate in PE on a daily basis, whether they have clothes and proper shoes or not. If they do not participate in PE, that information is relayed to the athletic director, and they are then basically spectators at practice or a meet that night. The athletic schedules are as best as possible. We're coordinated with the Keeneland High School in regards to use of any facilities. Again, we try and work with Keeneland High School, but understand that our meets are generally going to be held from like a 4:30 to 7:30 time frame. And any changes in schedules will be communicated on all forms of social media currently used by the school and the athletic department. Your practices end at 4:30, and we expect a ride to be here at that time. We understand that traffic, especially on Route 47, can be horrendous at times, but in a general rule, carpools are encouraged, and potential problems with delayed pickup can result in a situation where the athlete, again, would be held out of a meet if this is an ongoing problem. We state that there's a warning on the first offense. Second offense would be a full meet suspension, and subsequent offenses would result in more suspensions. Team pictures are Wednesday, April 10th. Information will be coming out on the week of April 1st. And we are a member of the Illinois Elementary School Association. So again, this aspect of communication with other obligations that your son or daughter may have in terms of anything, but more particularly like an AAU track team or any kind of a group, the Keeneland School District is responsible for any procedures or rules, and basically all we have is that information is communicated at the beginning of the season and is not a surprise at the end of the season when our big meets occur. If you have any other questions, please contact a coach or contact Mr. Yules in the athletic department as to any concerns that may have come up in this online presentation. Thank you and have a great day.